pop up to second, P5. And that was his 11th batter faced. UT's got 2 errors. ECU stranded 2. We've stranded 1. Warren's given up 1 walk, 1 hit, and maybe a K? I don't know. I got the first baseman, Frank Romano. First pitch is just foul down the first base line. It's Romano. We'll spell it L-R-O-M-A-N-O. He'll send a fly ball to the opposite field. And what a catch there.
Lost his helmet.
Pat. Didn't wear helmets when they're on defense.
My fault.
Ronald Hanson. He's in there at center field. Second ball put into the outfield by the Vols today. Thurman's gonna check his swing, but it's a cold strike anyway. Swings through a fastball. Now he's down in the count 0-2. Warren working quick. That pitch is low. It's another ball. Ben Thurman. Just a sophomore. The 5'11" catcher. There's the left batter's box, but batting right. He's going to reach for a pitch outside the zone and foul it off. Staying alive 2-2.
Tennessee could really use something right here. They're going to get something.
There is something. Ball hit sharply to the left field gap. And that's going to be a stand-up double by Ben Thurman.
How about that? Thurman getting all the way to second base.
Yeah, nice shot. Battling back 0-2 in the count. Pokes the ball into the left field gap. The Vols got a runner in scoring position. Number 42, Caleb King. Big time bat with the sophomore right here. He's going to look at a pitch down the middle. Curveball down the middle. It's a good one to hit. Caleb King, 6'1". We got him at 205 on the roster. He's going to send a grounder. First baseman will let the runner advance. Caleb King, pretty good job there to advance the runner. Hobby Griffin, the leaderboard fanatic.
All Tennessee needs right here is just one good hit, and you'll be on the board. Make this a 2-run game. But you got to get there first.
Actually, Anthony Mengine. He'll look at a pitch down. 2-0 to the Tennessee left fielder. Good pitch by Warren there. He's going to get his first strike count. Another strike. Warren's battled back 2-2 now. Not a good opportunity for the Vols. Menjin swings, and that's going to be a ball sent to center field. And that's going to be an easy out.
And Thurman gets stranded on third.
Second man left for the Volunteers. We got a scoreless second.
So East Carolina survives one right there, keeps their 3-run lead.
Can you get your phone calculator and calculate Carter Gregory's new ERA? Let's find the pitching stats for him. Carter. How many runs? 2, so that's 5. So you'll do 5 divided by 12. Never mind. 12 divided by 5, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what? Yeah. No, yeah. 12 divided by 5. Okay.
2.4. So 2.4 ERA, so it's gone up. It was 1.8 coming in.
Yeah, so it's like in a typical, or in like a professional broadcast, maybe in commercial, and since we don't have really any information, bring up Carter Gregory up to a 2.4 ERA this season. How many strikeouts does he have in a year? He's got 11.7 per 9. He's got 13 Ks. Oh, I have it right here.
Yeah.
I've been so locked on keeping track of the scoring. Let's see, that was...
So 2 innings down, getting ready for the third.
Warren's got 2 innings.
Gregory back
2
on the
hits,
mound.
1
Had a
walk.
good second inning there.
He's faced 8. Who we got? Is this number 1 or number 11? Number 11, mystery man. He's going to send a fly ball short right field. And that's 1 pitch, 1 out
1-1.
for Gregory. Good start to the inning.
Yeah, he really needs some confidence, Dom. You know, that first inning, a little rattled there maybe. ECU got up 3 early. Tennessee, those holding them even since.
Brain conflict, a cold strike. Gregory missed the zone. 1-1 now. Gregory
Swing and a miss.
pulls the string on that one. Now he's ahead in the count 1-2. Good take on a pitch inside. Counts even out at 2-2. He's going to check his swing. And that's going to be a strike him out, throw him out.
So Gregory takes 2 down early.
2009. Gregory up to 4 Ks for the game. Starting to find his groove. Sam Mosley?
I believe so.
Tyler Mosley. There we go. Wearing number 14 today. We're looking to pitch low. Let's count. 1-1. Strike on the inner half of the plate. Gregory looking for another K. Looks at a strikeout at the letters. Two and two to the second baseman. Great take there by Tyler Mosley to work the count full.
Yeah, he's being smart here with what he's doing.
And he's going to work the walk. Ronald Hanson now. Made a great catch in left field last inning defensively. He's going to send a pitch to third. And Gillis is going to make the throw. So one pitch after Tyler Mosley recorded the walk.
Yeah, and there was only 12 pitches there by Gregory in that third inning, so good job there by Tennessee to get out of that one.
Yeah, Gregory doing his job. If you can keep your pitch count under 15 per inning, keep that in mind when we're actually on air. We're not live. We are? Oh. We are live. Okay. Good to know. Where we made it, Ethan.
Yeah, we're here at Bob Holston Field on this beautiful 60-degree afternoon.
On the top of the third inning, bottom of the third, correction, sorry. Vols trailing this one 3-0. We've worked 2 hits on the East Carolina starter, Brandon Warren. It's been lights out today.
Yeah, only 2 hits for Tennessee.
Hobby Griffin in the 9-hole, playing shortstop for the Vols. Take back-to-back walks. To the third pitch. And that's going to be 2-1. Brandon Warren having to pitch backwards here.
I tried. I can't.
Good take there by Griffin. They'll work the count 3-1. Let's see if he has the green light. He does, and it's a good pitch by Brandon Warren. Full count to the Tennessee sophomore. And he will send a chopper up the middle. And a great throw and catch by ECU. That's number 7, Jason Stanisek.
Yeah, and that was all speed right there. Got behind him, but still was able to make the throw.
So that's going to be a 6-3 ground out. An incredible play. And the umps are going to talk it over. They will say safe. It was a close play there at first base. But, you know, tie goes to the runner. So the leadoff man is on for the Vols to start this bottom of the third. I'm going to rule that an infield hit. How does that sound, Ethan?
Little discussion right here in the batter's box. Umpires having a chat there with one of the East Carolina managers. And this is a lengthy discussion, Dom.
Yeah, I think they're probably talking about, like, you know, what they had for breakfast, what their, you know, we got a doubleheader on tap today. Maybe they're talking about any places within 5 minutes you can drive, pick up a quick bite to eat in between these games. Brandon Warren maybe a little iced by that discussion by the umps and the managers. Throws a ball. Oh.
And that one got the umpire. He's going to walk that one off. Give him a few seconds there, Dom.
Yeah, I think that would definitely wake you up more than any sort of cup of coffee in the morning. Hopefully he's okay.
Swanson just wanted to say hello.
Swanson in the first inning, he worked a walk and then was caught stealing. ECU catcher number 11. I haven't been able to hear whose name that is, and ump's okay. Get a good round of applause.
Yeah, got bottled water, putting the hat back on. He's ready to go.
Yeah, that's just wrong place, wrong time for the ump. Warren trying to sneak a fastball by Swanson. He just foul tipped it right into the. I mean, it popped off the gear for the ump. His eye still seems to be good. On a strike right there. It's 1-2 to the Tennessee leadoff man. He'll send a ground ball to shortstop. 6-4-3 double play, but it's safe. Another
close call, you could say. Really close. But ECU does get one of them out. Try to catch Swanson sleeping, fails to do so.
William Gillis, the Tennessee third baseman. Actually, this is Christian Cavallari. Apologies. Another close play at first, Ethan.
We've seen a lot of that in this one.
This ECU catcher.
We need a camera right there. again tries to get him. Can't do it. It's mind games.
Cavanero gets the hitting sign from the third base coach. He's going to take a ball. 2-0's the count. Warren to Cavanero. Batting from the left side. He'll send a ground ball to the second baseman. He'll just flip it on over to the shortstop for another fielder's choice. And I get the Tennessee 3-batter, William Gillis. He'll take a strike in the lower part of the zone. Gillis, the conference leader in RBIs and home runs.
Yes.
He'll send a ground ball, another one to the second baseman, and he'll flip it on over the first. And that'll be the end of the third inning. Tennessee still can't get anything going.
So 3 innings in, Warren is has only 3 hits for Tennessee. So doing a nice job, and there's 0 runs for the Volunteers. Meanwhile, the Pirates, they're up 3 after a great first inning. Right now, ECU's they're really looking like the number 4 team in the country.
Yeah, very impressive stuff this morning for the East Carolina Pirates. I bet they've just been itching to play.
Yeah, the washout with the rain.
Yeah, the washout yesterday.
Made this one a doubleheader this afternoon. And this is a ranked matchup, Dom. Number 4 versus number 6. These are 2 really good teams. And right now, the Pirates just have the advantage. And the momentum.
Yeah, as you mentioned, East Carolina number 4. Tennessee number 6 in the latest NCBA baseball poll. After a shaky first inning for Carter Gregory, he's had a bounce back 2 innings. East Carolina only managing, what was it, like 1 hit and a walk in the past 2 innings?
Something to note, Dom, about those power rankings or the poll, East Carolina was not even ranked last week. So they kind of just came out of nowhere. And they received 2 first-place votes out of the 20 available. Meanwhile, Penn State got the other 15. They're the number 1 team. So, they know something about East Carolina that maybe we don't right now, or that maybe this Tennessee squad doesn't know yet.
I got number 30 for ECU, Richard Warren. I think they might be calling him something else, though. So he fouled off to the dugout. What are they saying? Carter?
And he's
I don't think so.
tied for their tallest
Maybe.
player on the team. Or no, he is the tallest player on the team. 6'5", the senior.
He appealed to the first base ump. He did go. Tennessee dugout saying they have a perfect POV. 0-2 for Gregory now. He'll send a pitch in the dirt. 1-2 to Warren. And he tried to check his swing, one around, and that's going to be Gregory's 5th strikeout of the morning.
Yeah, he's had a pretty good game. It's just that first inning got away from him and gave the Pirates that 3-run lead.
Gregory misses with the curveball to ECU's number 12. We don't have him on the roster. I'm going to take my earpiece out once again, see if I can hear. Good pitch there for a cold strike by Gregory. 2-1. That pitch got away from him. That's going to be 3-1. Had the green light. Gregory just pumping the fastball down the middle, blowing the doors off of the ECU batsman. Gregory's going to step off. Him and Thurman, a little disagreement on which pitch to throw. Full count. Here's the pitch. And he blows it by him again. Back-to-back strikeouts for the Vols.
Yeah, Dom coming in. Gregory had 13 strikeouts. Give him now 19 on the season.
Yeah, 6 Ks through 4 is not a bad mark, would you say?
I would say.
That pitch got away from him. I got Will Atkins. Yeah, it's going to be 2-0. That pitch is popped foul. And that, didn't land too far from us. Slow strike right there by Gregory.
And Gregory's really kind of slowed the pace of this game, taking away that Pirates momentum that they had at the start.
He started this inning fast, and he ends it with a fastball there.
Really strong inning for Tennessee.
3 up, 3 down for the Vols. Carter Gregory strikes out the side in order. So that's going to keep it 3-0. Moving to the bottom of the 4th. No runs, no hits, no errors. No one left for the East Carolina Pirates. I think the ump said something to us. He said like ECU 4-8. I have no idea. He's speaking in tongues to me.
Remember, he did take that hit earlier. Good to see him doing okay, though.
Yeah, he earns a pass.
Now it's Warren's turn on the mound.
Max Nathan flew out center field his first time up. One and one of the Tennessee second baseman. Catcher forgot his position name. 2 pass balls in a row. And that's another low pitch.
Yeah, back to back, like you said, low pitches. Or 3 low pitches.
Nathan's got the green light. Doesn't use it smartly. He's going to work a walk. It's another leadoff batter on the base pads for the Volunteers. Frank Romano. Up to bat. Third baseman playing in, expecting bunt. He'll check his swing, but it's a cold strike anyway. Romano flew out to the left field in the second inning. Won't do so there. ECU outfielders a little confusion.
He's going all the way.
The Vols sending the runner home. And Max Nathan gets on the board for the Vols. And a 0-out single. I'm going to rule that a single and an outfield error to get the Tennessee first baseman up into scoring position. Nobody out, 1 through.
Yeah, Warren's 4th hit of the game gives Tennessee their first run of the game. Tennessee now with some momentum. They're going to try to apply it here.
First swing from Thurman is fouled off. Warren checks back at second. He's got a pitch outside. 1-1 now. Set pitch Warren out of the stretch. Good pitch. Strike on the inner half of the plate. Thurman did not like it. A little conversation with the umpire. Thurman's gonna send the ball to the right field. Caught. Runner will tag up.
Almost behind his back. That was a great catch.
So Thurman does his job. He advances the runner. Vols 1 out. Runner at third. Caleb King, the designated hitter,
And,
up to bat.
Right before that swing on that last batter, you know, the bullpen was getting a little chippy over there. East Carolina. Maybe starting to feel some pressure.
Yeah, ECU sending out one of their relievers. Getting warmed up. Just doing some leg swings over there right now. Caleb King swings and grounds a foul. Tennessee sophomore batting from the left side. Sends one skied, popped up. And that's going to be an easy out for ECU. So Warren's now got 2 outs in the inning. Man on third. Menjin takes a strike. which just misses. 1-1 now to the left fielder.
And Warren, another low pitch there.
Good plate presence by the Tennessee freshman. Warren can't find the zone again. Now it's going to be 3-1. Good opportunity to get on base.
He fouls that one.
He's just going to foul it off the right side.
At least he made contact with the bat, or with the ball.
Full count now. Here's the pitch. Swing sharply hit to the third baseman. And a great catch there. Great Collins. Man third base. Don't call the corner for nothing. Tennessee's going to strand a runner, but they do get their first run of the game in. Third man left on by the Tennessee offense. Yeah, you got to think, Ethan. Carter Gregory, after that rough first inning, 3 straight scoreless, and he sat down the last inning in order by way of the K.
No, yeah, he's up to 7 strikeouts. He's had a really fantastic, post first inning, right? Ever since the second inning, he's been almost lights out. This is going to be his 5th inning pitched. We'll see what he can do here.
It's a great day for baseball, Ethan.
Yep.
Like 62 degrees.
62, winds about 4 miles per hour, sun's out, it's great weather. We've got
it's
some
March.
shade here.
Feels like spring. I know the old groundhog said it's still winter, but what does he know? I listen to the weather, not a groundhog. What about you? Do you believe in Groundhog Day?
No.
How about the movie?
Never watched it.
Oh, wow.
I've heard about it, never watched it.
You got to give that one a watch.
I did a school project around the premise of the movie, though.
Did you use ChatGPT on it?
No.
No? How
No.
did you do it if you haven't seen it?
Oh, I had a friend who'd seen it. He was in our group.
Oh,
he
so-
kind of
so-
led the way for us.
So you just kind of tag along for the ride.
Yeah.
Gregory's first pitch is high.
Second one is low.
To Stanisic. They call him Stanny, I think that's what I heard.
Popped up, short center field. Great catch there by Swanson.
Running in, he lost his hat.
But he didn't lose the ball, and that's what's most important.
That's right. We'll rule that in F8. Now we got who we believe is Luke Wolf. Wolf number 13 on our roster. Number 6 in the game, though.
Gregory's going to reset himself here.
Here's the pitch.
Hits the second base. Good catch. Out there. Max Payne reaching across the body. Sending it
To first. And that's 2 gone in the inning.
I wouldn't say good, Dom. I'd say great. Back-to-back at that. Really impressive performances there for Tennessee's fielders.
First pitch to number 11. Once again, see if I can hear who they're calling him. He's going to miss outside. Is it Ant? Is that what they call him? Ant? I don't see an Ant on our roster, Ethan.
Mystery, man. They like to change their numbers, keep us on our toes, you know.
Well, yeah, you know, club sports. There's a strike there. It's going to make it 3-1. You know, club sports, there's a lot of roster change. Well, not really roster changes. We'll say number changes, especially when you're on the road. And that was a good pitch. He had our mystery man fooled. Checking his swing, went around. Gregory looking for another 1-2-3 inning. Has to be fouled off to the Pirates' dugout. Gregory thought he got the strikeout looking. He was walking off towards the dugout, but
celebrated a little too early there.
Other plans. That's gonna be a base on balls. First runner on since the third for the Pirates. Braden Collins struck out last time at the plate. Here's the pitch from the stretch. Foul tipped. Braden Collins, 6-foot junior. Got him at 187 for the weight. Gregory misses upstairs with the off-speed pitch. Good pitch there. 3-2. Full count. Good RBI spot right here. And Gregory had Braden Collins looking silly out there. He's going to get his 8th strikeout of the day to sit down the Pirates.
And make it 21 on the season for Gregory.
Back-to-back strikeouts for Braden Collins. At that plate.
Not at the day you're knocked out. But the Pirates have the lead, so it's not all bad.
here at Paul's Well, the high school, for instance, so it's like, you kind of just Paul's school. That's where we're at this Sunday morning. Great day on the cover, man.
Warren's only going to get 4 hits so far in this game. Run deep, Pirates.
Hobby Griffin, Tennessee shortstop, will lead us off in the bottom of the 5th inning. ECU 3, Tennessee 1. Tennessee got on the board last inning. Hobby Griffin last time up.
Second hit of the day. This one's the 9-hole creates offense for the ball.
First home run of the game.
The first pitch he sees sends it out of the ballpark. And he knew it off the bat, too. No doubter for the Tennessee two-way player. Waverly Central
product. Slugs one over the wall. Opportunity for a big inning here for the Vols. Second pitch of the inning.
He's sky. Short center field.
That's a nice pop out.
A little too antsy there.
He wanted
to answer his teammate's home run.
One of his own.
Fell just a little bit short.
Cavanier takes a pitch outside. Tennessee right fielder takes another pitch down. Already had 2-0. Warren's got to find something. Cavanier thought he had the walk. He was walking to first. Calls it a cold strike. 3-1 for Warren. That's going to be fouled off. Warren has worked it back. 3-2.
Glad the pole and the fence was right there. That was coming right at us.
It was on the ground, Ethan. Don't you worry. Full count, and that pitch is down. Cavanier works the one-out walk. I got Will Gillis batting .400 on the season. He looks at a pitch down. He's got 4 home runs. Like I said earlier, conference leader in home runs and RBIs. Probably proud of his teammate Griffin.
It's a short chopper. Warren's going to field first. That's going to be 2 outs now.
For number 2, Max Nathan. Ball balls with the runner in scoring position. Nathan
the outfielder falls, and Tennessee will score
with the RBI double for Max Hanson.
High ball game.
right. And it looks like we are pitching change for ECU. And we will. Brandon Warren's day is done. Did pretty good.
Kind of got away from him here.
In the bottom of the fifth. ECU trying to maintain. Well, they lost the lead, but they're trying to stop the lead with 2 outs.
In the bottom of the fifth.
So momentum going into Tennessee's favor in this fifth inning.
ECU left-hander,
Number 22. Not on the roster.
Sure.
All right. Deuce and Tennessee scored juice. This inning. Max Nathan, he's going to stand at second base. After getting a 7 RBI this season. On his first extra base hit of the season. Very timely balls. On the higher Pirates. Left-handed batter, Hermann. Two of the ball. Pirates on the other left Deuce.
As we call him up here in the booth.
Let's see what he's got.
Lefty's first pitch of the game. Let's see it. Okay, it's going to be the dirt in the left batter's box. 1-0 the first baseman. Romano's going to take a cold strike in the lower part of the zone, and he knew it. Outfielders playing a little bit in. Another pitch way outside. Only 2-1 now. ECU second baseman shading heavily to the right. Tyler Mosley in at second base.
Runner goes home. Tennessee will play from second base.
will produce an RBI. Ben Thurman, he was ready to get in the batter's box. He ran up there in his catcher's gear.
So now 3 runs scored for Tennessee in this 5th inning.
Runner goes. The throw is not in time. Frank Romano's just jogging over to second, and he still made it easily. So Thurman with a runner in scoring position. Hill swinging a pitch. Send it to shallow right field. And that's it. So that's 3 runs on 3 hits. And a man left on for Tennessee bottom of the 5th to take the lead. Now Tennessee with the lead. Carter. Coming into this game. Carter Gregory had a 1.1 whip. Very impressive here. Keeping guys off the base paths. And the throw for Thurman is on. Let's get this underway.
East Carolina really is going to need some here. They basically been quiet in the first inning. They put up the score, put up 3 runs. And Tennessee is just locked down here since then. And meanwhile, Volunteers, they lead it. So East Carolina is a good team. They can get back in this. They got to get on base first.
Takes the pitch high. He worked a walk last time up. ECU's dugout's starting to get loud. Here's the 2-0. It's low. 3 straight balls to start this inning to the Pirates' second baseman. He had the auto take right there, 3-1. Carter Gregory in his 6th inning of work. Comes back at the count 3-2. Where will the momentum go? And that's a ball sitting in the field. It's long, it's deep, and it's gone.
Tyler Mosley sends it over the fence to center. Track that shot, that was 365.
First run of this game on a homer by Mosley. Ties the game up and just takes away all the momentum the Volunteers have had since the second inning.
This one's wrong.
Not
Around second. Good recovery from the Tennessee defense there.
Way to stay really on top of the play. Bounces off the wall, your footing. He's going to third, and they still get it down there in time.
Yeah, great concentration there. And that's amped up Gregory. He's going to throw his first strike there. He's working quick now. 1-1. Gregory thanking his defense. One and two. That was a huge out at third base. Hanson just getting too greedy there, and that's a strikeout for Gregory.
Yeah, Don, that's his 9th of the game, and you could definitely say that that could be the game changer, right, in all this. The Pirates with a lot of momentum after the homer, you almost get another one, might be able to get 2 runs back-to-back, and then you just collapse at third base.
First pitch by number 12. Don't got him on the roster. We got some more barking out in the dugout. There is a dog over there, but the dog was not barking. Gregory just loses the off-speed pitch high.
Might be the highest one we've seen all day.
That one's going to be way higher and tip foul behind the plate. 1 and 2 now. Gregory trying to get out of this inning. Pirate batter calling time. Thinking this one over. 1 and 2. Here's the pitch. Spikes into the dirt. Well, I guess where he spiked it into, looks like some artificial turf out there, Ethan.
Yeah, nice little upgrades here at Halls.
Yeah, interesting infield. We got the dirt base paths, a lot of grass in the infield, and that's gonna be a strikeout looking.
Number 10 for Gregory.
First backwards K of the day, putting him in a double digits. You know, that used to be Ks for queso at the old NCAA ballpark in Knoxville. Good old Lindsey Nelson. Tennessee baseball actually just first pitch just underway over in Globe Life Field
in Texas. Yeah, the Smokies rivalry.
33 for 42.
We're in between innings. Deuce back on now.
Deuce in 6 pitches. Birdie had 1 hit and 1 run, which gave the Volunteers the lead momentarily. And the Pirates tied back up with that run. Would you say we're in crunch time, Dom?
Yeah. Bottom 6. Rapidly.
We got another game right after. Don't win away after this is over. It's two ranked teams. We're going to write that down. But we got to put first.
Don't worry. Defensive. Offensive.
Pinch hitting.
For the Volunteers, 33. So with the lefty on the mound, Vols will change the designated hitter spot to a right-hander. Hodges takes the first pitch he sees. Second pitch sent sharply to center field.
Maybe they'll leave a library after him.
They'll probably have to name some sort of like baseball facility. Some batting cages. The Hodges batting cage. You get like some fancy state-of-the-art pitching center. You call it the Hodges Hill. Cold strike in Anthony Menjing.
This is my domain.
5'9" freshman. Facing the lefty. He's going to take a ball. One and one now to the Pennsylvanian. Runner. Going to be a cold strike, but the runner, Hayden Hodges,
Sneaks his way to second base.
yeah, scoots on over with the catching. It wasn't an error. We won't rule it as an error, but he just couldn't get that clean transfer from mitt to hand. And that's going to be a cold strikeout looking pitch on the inner half of the plate.
So finally some good news for Deuce, I guess you could say. After the pretty rough start, gets a strikeout.
And that will be his morning.
Does his job. Faces
a few hitters. He got him out of the last inning. And that's Richard Warren. The fourth. Yes. Richard Warren, the fourth. Ball game.
pitching. We've seen him hitting out there.
We have Warren and now Warren the fourth. The Warren is this common.
6'5" senior. Two-way guy.
Clever
Second pitching change of the game.
Warren
6'5", 205 pounds. You're out of New Grove,
North Carolina.
Found their rhythm. Past 3 innings.
Caught me from the third inning. And then an electric fourth. And then the 5th inning happened, where they got 3 runs.
In that 5th inning, Javi Griffin led it off with a home run. He's already back up to the plate. He's feeling hot. 2 for 2 on the day. First swing, he'll send it foul over to us, but way higher and way longer. So Griffin with a runner in scoring position. He's going to swing at the off-speed pitch way out in front of it. Owen 2 now. Griffin's going to have to battle this at bat. And that's going to be a K for Warren the 4th.
His first of the season. Senior from Newton Grove, North Carolina.
So now 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Warren from the stretch will send a ball. So Hayden Hodges, he's at second. He came into the game pinch hitting for Caleb King. Now Eric Swanson. He'll take another ball. Good eye there. Last inning, he popped out to the shortstop in shallow center field. Looking to improve on that at this at-bat here. And he will send it to right field. Number 4. Late out right field. And that's the inning. Falls and a runner. Left for you to see that.
Gregory coming back out on his pitchers now. He's been in this whole game. Got 10 strikeouts in this game. He's also given up a home run. He's got 7 hits on it. At the end of the hour, with the ball for his first game. This has been the only pitcher for the uniform and black team there to, you know.
He's already using three arms.
Not Hermann getting brought out with green ball.
Yeah. I brought whistles last time for the game.
For protein.
Water. Liquid.
Perfect baseball.
No, that's off Mody's. I got Blake Kessler. Alright, good. He is first back. So it's going to be the first left-handed batter that Gregory has seen today.
This would be his third time at season that he's at bat. And
Round past the second baseman.
Ball's mound meeting now. Carter Gregory, I mean, he's been pretty light of late.
good, but you gotta wonder if he maybe set a little bit. He's been out there for a while. He said he's been out the whole game. Compared to, East Carolina, he's had 3 different pitchers in the game.
So now we're all tied up at the top of the 7th. ECU batter will fake a bunt. It's Will Atkins. Or no, this is actually Jason Stanisic. So Blake Kessler came into the game for Will Atkins. He will pop one up, short right field. And that's going to be Cavaniero over there to retire the batter. So now 1 on, 1 out for Luke Wolf.
This is still a good spot, though, for the Pirates, right? You've got a man on base. That's really the first step in here to trying to win this game here in this last inning.
Runner goes, throw is offline, but a great tag there. Blake Kessler caught stealing.
And again, man, just too greedy there by the Pirates. There's really no need for that.
Yeah, he tried to get away with less than $500. That's some petty theft right there. Did not get away with it. That's straight.
You're probably up like a good 3 sets.
We saw it earlier in the game, third base, got caught stealing, and then second base right there for the Pirates. 2 potential runs, maybe. He gets 0.
So that's the second time Ben Thurman's thrown someone out today. Now Gregory's working with an empty base path.
Jam shot to the corner. Bottom of the 7th. Gillis
And Max
Nathan. Due up the ball.
Last time up,
Cavaniero.
Worked the walk. Came around to score. Max Nathan drilled him in with an RBI double. And the always dangerous William Gillis.
Gillis with 8 RBI season coming into this game. Definitely have to watch out for him. Leads the South Atlantic West Conference RBIs, home runs set early. He's also named Conference Player of the Week in one. Technically, well,
Yeah, like on the website, we're in week 14?
Week 14.
Yeah, week 14. But you know, that also has the season starting in September. Which I think it starts there like 12 first into BA version. It's gotta start small.
You're not supposed to.
No.
Disappointed.
No. Very patriotic. With America's baseball right here.
Next opponent we're going to hear today. They'll play the team Georgia Southern Eagles.
Yes, I do. He's stretching. He's like launching his legs back.
They call him Cav. Cavanero. He'll send a grounder to the shortstop.
And that's how I'm trying
Good play there by
Over short. Pretty good game.
I got
It's been a great game here. Like you said, we're done right after 2 away.
if they don't win, it's going to be like
Trying to win a we'll see what happens.
a little bit more.
Gillis swings at a pitch low. That's going to be 0-2. The slugging third baseman will take a cold strike. 0-2 now. Good start for Richard Warren the fourth on the mound this inning. One and two now. Gillis staying alive, 1-2. Here's Warren looking for her second strikeout of the day. Oh, heads up.
I'm glad they did have their heads up. You always got to have your eye on the ball, wherever it's going to be. You never know.
Well, you know, Ethan, they always say the first thing in a hitting meeting is be the ball.
True.
And, you know, it applies in the dugout, too. You got to be aware of the ball. And Richard Warren.
Second strikeout of the day after coming in here late.
Pulls the string on a changeup. Gillis gave Nathan some another foul ball sent to the ECU dugout. So these Vols right-handers pulling a lot. Sitting fastball. 6'5" senior, he's got a good one. Here it is. Just off the plate. It's going to be 1-1. And that pitch is below the knees. Umpire showing us it was below the knees. Doing a little motion.
He's seen a lot of action today.
Yeah, he's got his head in the game, literally. This will be another pitch low. 3-1 now to Nathan.
And Warren is locked in right now, trying to get this into extra innings.
And that pitch is way high. Max Nathan works his second walk of the day. Frank Romano. He's had back-to-back singles. Last time was an RBI knock. Then he stole a base and got left on the paths. Nathan takes his lead at first. Warren out of the stretch. Foul tip. By Romano. Snap throw to first. Yeah, Nathan's back safely. So Romano, the 5'10" junior out of New York. Swings, stealing, and that's going to be safe as the ball was knocked out of the glove.
Washed out by Mother Nature. But we're going to play on.
Now the Vols with a guy on second base with 2 outs in the inning. By Frank Romano.
Couldn't even do that. It's like when you're playing football and the wide receiver running back when they make the catch. That's basically what you just saw right there. Big on Tennessee.
Richard Warren. He got to the ball in time. An ECU manager's going to have a talk with the Blues. The ball was trickling down the first base line. Richard Warren running over to get it.
It was like it was in slow motion. As if Warren didn't want to tag him, and the Tennessee batter didn't want to get to first base.
Yeah, now the umps are going to have to deliberate without the use of slow motion. Going the old-fashioned way. With a discussion. So there's a collision down the first base line with Richard Warren the fourth and Frank Romano on that chopper. Romano got the tag, but he couldn't hold on to the ball. And the official deliberation is going to be a safe runner, and that's going to be an infield hit.
And that's huge because now Tennessee's got a runner on third. One successful hit right here, and that's game.
Yes, we got runners on the corners. 2 outs. Tennessee catcher Ben Thurman. He doubled his first time up. Some colorful language being used by the Tennessee dugout.
I think they're just a little fired up, a little excited.
Yeah, makes sense.
This is an exciting moment right here, Dominic.
Yeah, and there's going to be a dugout warning. Umpire making sure everyone knows who's boss.
Yeah, he's the head of the table, you could say.
Richard Warren, can he get out of this jam? Snap throw the first. Romano's back standing. Nobody in the pen for the Pirates. Ben Thurman looking to drive in a run, and he's going to take a ball low and outside.
And that's his 15th pitch of this inning.
Tennessee catcher will take ball 2. 2-0 now to the man out of Brentwood.
Wind's starting to pick up here a little bit.
Yeah, I can feel it
I wish
up
we had
here
some
in the booth.
flagpoles around us so we could kind of tell you which direction.
I'll do the old, you'll see how the wind's blowing with your finger.
Did you
I think it's blowing
come with a conclusion?
in left or right. As we have a ball in the dirt, 3-1. Does Thurman have the green light here to swing and get some more extra bases for himself? And he sends it into the outfield. And that is the ball game. Ben Thurman sends a sharp ground ball through the plane up infield.
Yeah, Tennessee didn't even need to load the bases right there. Ben Thurman, he did it all game on both sides. And right there, he wins it for the Volunteers, their 5th of the season.
Great job by Tennessee, working with 2 outs in the 7th. Max Nathan, the game-winning run, got on via the walk, stole a base, which ended up being huge because that ground ball called the game.
Yeah, there were several game-changing moments in this one for sure, Dominic, but definitely the one right there, the stolen second base, that was the game. And man, what a comeback by Tennessee. Down 3-0 leaving the first inning. And they rally, hold this really strong Pirates team. Like we said, this is number 4 East Carolina versus number 6 Tennessee. And just an amazing job by Tennessee overall to keep themselves in this game when they were out of it very early on.
So Carter Gregory, he's going to be the winning pitcher with the complete game, allowing 9 hits, 3 runs, all in the first. So nice job to bounce back and really lock in on the mound, striking out 10 batters. Controlling the game. And then he gave up that 1 run in the 6th. That almost called it. But what a game. 1. Dude, I can't wait for game 2. How about you?
It's going to be exciting.
Yeah, we'll be right back with game 2 shortly. I can't wait. I'm Dominic Spezia. Alongside me is Ethan Price. We're the Tennessee Club Sports Network. Welcome back to Bob Polston Field at the Halls Schools baseball facility. Game 2 of our doubleheader just underway. First pitch is a ball. Tate Muroff on the mound starting game 2. Second pitch is popped up, going to the first baseman, and Romano makes the grab. That was Jason Stanisic Jr. leading off once again. Luke Wolf now, number 2 batter for the East Carolina Pirates. He'll send one out in the right field. And Eric Swanson will make the grab in center field. Muroff making quick work of the Pirates.
Yeah, already 2 pitches, 2 outs for Tennessee.
Tate Muroff, the sophomore, throws a ball. 6'3", 180 pounds from Winter Garden, Florida. Where's the number 99? He'll send in a strike. So the new game has a new home plate ump. 2 umps rotating their duties. I got a 2-1 count to number 1. It's Jack Gibson. Correction, that's number 11. Mystery man.
There's a lot of them out these days.
And he's going to work a walk. So first base runner of game 2 is number 11. Braden Collins sends it. Oh, what a rough day for the umpire, Ethan. He got hit with that foul ball in game 1. And there, he's just, once again, in the middle of the play.
Wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah, I believe he's okay. He's laughing it off. He's like, come on, man. I got hit with 2 balls today. What have you been hit with? Says we take a moment to make sure he's okay, which he is. Ethan, Tate Muroff. Tell us about his season stats, if you got him.
Yeah, Muroff, he's got a ERA of 1.29. He's got a couple hits on him, a couple runs. And he's been in 7 innings so far for Tennessee as the pitcher.
Thanks, Ethan, the sophomore left-hander. Another ball outside. East Carolina, they are liking the first inning. First inning of game 1, threw up 3 runs. Muroff is gonna have to lock in on the mound. That pitch is low. Tyler Mosley's worked it to 2-1. Strike on the inner part of the plate. Mosley didn't like it. Game 1, Mosley had the game-tying home run in the top of the 6th inning to tie it at 4. Our defense couldn't handle it in the 7th. Great pitch there by Muroff to get out of the inning with the K. All right, let's see who's going to toe the rubber game 2 for ECU. It's going to be number 5, Hunter Witten. It's Witten, W-H-I-T-T-E-N.
Yeah, Witten, he's only pitched 4 innings. He's got an earned run average of 2.25.
So the 5'10 senior at a High Point, North Carolina. Like you said, pretty solid ERA so far. 4 innings of work. 1.25 whip. That's pretty good. If you're sticking around that 1.2 to 1.4 range, you're in good company. He's got 6 Ks in his 4 innings. So he's got some good stuff up there on the mound. Due up first for the Vols, Eric Swanson. Game 1 went 0 for 3, but he did work a walk. Witten's first pitch of game 2 is low and outside. Witten now working backwards. Finds the plate. One and 2 now for Swanson.
He was 0 for 3 at bat. He had 1 walk, 2.94 average, and a 3.68 OBA on base percentage. So Swanson, he had an all right first game against ECU earlier. Gonna look to try to improve that here. So he almost gets hit in the shoulder.
Yeah, it's right there working the count full. Eric Swanson very good at getting on base. That's why he's the leadoff guy. Leadoff walk. Witten walks the first batter he faces. Christian Cavanero now. Snap throw back to first. Swanson's back in time. That Tennessee left-handed batter lays down a bunt, but it's popped up and foul. Cavanero now. Another snap throw, and it's an errant throw. Swanson's going to scurry over to second. He's going to stop at third, but at second, correction.
Yeah, Cavanero was 0 for 3 also in that first game. He also had a walk, and then he had a 2.86 average as well as a 4.73 on base percentage. So a little bit better than Swanson.
It's the Tennessee outfielders at the top of the order. 473 on base percentage is not too shabby to say. And he's going to swing through a strike. Or swing through a fastball. There we go. We'll get there eventually. Runner at second, nobody out. Bottom of the first. What a pitch there by by Witten. Catches Cav looking.
That's his first strikeout of the day here in this opening inning.
The always dangerous Will Gillis up at the plate. And he's going to get hit. Ouch. So Gillis is plunked. He'll be put on first. Let's see what Max Nathan has to say about that one. Witten out of the stretch. There's a pitch hit the short. 6-4. It does not make the throw. And that's going to be a fielder's choice. So Max Nathan now on first. That's going to put up Frank Romano. Good chance for an RBI with runners at the corners. Frank Romano last game, 3 for 4 with an RBI. All singles. So let's see if he can add to his single total today. And that's going to be the easiest stolen base I've ever seen by Max Nathan.
Yeah, I think they forgot about him over there.
Well, it's a smart play, Ethan, because if you miss the throw back to second, then that's going to be a run scored. But I guess it wouldn't have mattered. Frank Romano drives in a run, maybe two. The throw is offline. Romano's off the second. He's going to be in there safe. So that's going to be a 2 RBI single. And then opportunistic base running gets him over to second. What a great day for him so far. 4 for 5, 3 RBIs. Putting the Vols up early in game 2.
Yeah, something we didn't see in game 1, right? The first inning of the last game, they were down 3 runs early. Now they're up 2 runs early.
So now I got the hero of game 1, Ben Thurman. He sends a ground ball over to third. And that's going to be the inning. So Tennessee, 2 runs on 1 hit. And 1 man left.
Yeah, so Witten had 12 pitches that inning compared to Merritt's 14. So these teams remain pretty even in the pitching count.
Yeah, Tennessee, they like to send their pitchers the distance. I mean, they have the talent to do so. Carter Gregory, game 1, he was outstanding. Complete game. Got the win, obviously. It's 3-0 in the year now.
Yeah, Gregory had 10 strikeouts, 9 hits. He gave up the run, but he pitched all 7 innings, so he stayed in there for battle, and Tennessee won that battle.
Yeah, and that's important on a doubleheader day in the series. You get to save all the rest of your arms. I know you got a plethora of them ready, but I mean, when you have guys that are dealing, I mean, Muroff, he's that guy on the mound. So Richard Warren, or excuse me, Ronald Hanson. No, is that Richard Warren? I think they switched in the lineup compared to game 1. That'll be Richard Warren. sending the 6-man to the plate for ECU in game 2. Second pitch. Got away from Murrah on that one. So Murrah 1-0 on the season, as Warren is able to check up on that swing. Murrah 7 innings pitched. He's got a 1.29 ERA. Gillis sends one high and long foul to the right side. He's issued 5 walks in that 7 innings. So that'll be something to keep an eye out on. And an ugly looking swing there by Warren. He's going to not beat the throw. And that is going to be another K for Tate Murrah. Interesting sound effect played by the club baseball team over there. So I got Jack Gibson at the plate. He will send a chopper, and it will get foul. Murrah dealing early. 1 out already in the second. Ball hit sharply to the second baseman. And that's out number 2 on the inning. Blake Kessler takes strike 1.
Yeah, Kessler came in the game late in the first game and had him a good inning, but he was too greedy and got caught trying to steal second base. See if he learned his lesson from that.
So the last batter was actually Ronald Hanson for ECU. As Kessler takes the ball low. 2-1 now. See, Kessler came in, made an immediate impact. He had that catch against the wall. And then he singled. And like you said, he got caught stealing. And now he's even in the count, 2-2 to the Tennessee left-hander. Left-on-left matchup. And the off-speed pitch is hit past the diving Nathan. And Blake Kessler. Second hit of game 2. So all of the Pirates' offense, game 2 so far. I know we have a short sample size. Have been with 2 outs. Atkins up to the plate, taking a ball high. Murrah will check Kessler back at first. He knows that Kessler is trying to steal, or he's looking to steal. He may not try, but
he's trying.
Atkins swings through a fastball that's high. Murrah will check once again. And Kessler's back easily. An ECU fan claims that Tennessee is scared of Blake Kessler. And that swing looked pretty scary. Swinging at the off-speed pitch below the zone. Good pitch there by Murrah. The ball is high, and Kessler caught stealing.
They knew it was coming. He did not learn from the first game. But sometimes those are just the chances you got to take when you're in a position like this, already down 2-0. Pirates looking around in confusion.
Yeah, Kessler coming into this weekend was a perfect 100% on his stealing. Granted, it was 1 for 1. So now back-to-back times getting caught. He's 1 and 3. So now moving on to the bottom of the second, Tennessee up 2-0. There's 2 runs on only 1 hit. So good plate discipline has been the deciding factor. I mean, Cavanero, he worked a 3-ball count, but he got caught looking. So Hayden Hodges, the designated hitter, will be first up for the Vols. And then we got Anthony Mangine second, and Hobby Griffin to round us out. Well, what I'm assuming that they'll do based off of last game. Witten's the pitch. Good off speed for strike 1. Hayden Hodges last game came in as a pinch hitter in the 6th. As there's a ball low and outside. Came in the 6th. Got a single, and then he stole a bag before getting left on the base. And he's going to rope a ball. Hooked way foul. Almost hit your car, Ethan.
Yeah, I'm glad he didn't.
Would you walk up to him after the game and be like, I saw you hit my car. Are you going to pay for it?
Nah, I understand. It's part of the game. That's what you get for taking the corner.
Witten looking for the K. Here's the pitch. And he got him. Foul tip caught by the catcher. Hayden Hodges is set down due to the strikeout. And Anthony Mangine will not be up. So Tennessee's got Jacob Overton now into the game. Overton, the senior, first at bat of the day. He'll take a strike at the letters. 6 feet, 184 pounds. Got him as a catcher and a shortstop on the roster. Big hack there. And that's going to even up the count 1-1. Overton, another Pennsylvanian from Windmore. He will send a ball deep to the outfield, and it will get down for extra bases, maybe. Good, almost a good throw. would have caught him if he was on target. Jacob Overton. First time holding the bat today, sends a ball to the wall. And that's a one-out guy in scoring position for my guy, Hobby Griffin. Very athletic guy, two-way player. We saw him in game one. He worked 2 hits, an infield single and a homer. A homer really just, that what got the balls going. Started a 3-run inning. Huge swing there. And Hobby, he's swinging. He almost ran halfway to first base on that one. Now this guy's got a lot of pop, a lot of swag. You can see it in the bat. He's got that blue and orange bat. Let's say number 8.
Some nice colors.
Yeah, good color scheme. He's got the shooter sleeve on the right. He's also a good volleyball player. I play a lot of volleyball with him. He's got a lot of hops. Makes for a very impressive shortstop. And he's going to send this one to the shortstop. For the out, it does advance Overton. And Eric Swanson will get his second chance at the plate. He'll reach for it and send it into shallow center field. And Harmson is there for the catch.
He almost dropped it.
Yeah, I think the entire Tennessee dugout, their eyes lit up when they saw him crouch down to catch that one. So the Vols will go quietly. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left. In the bottom of the second. So Tate Murrah working a 2-0 lead in game 2 through 2. He's got 2 9s on the back of his jersey. And it's looking like Jacob Overton is taking over a catcher after his first at-bat of the game. He slugged a 2-bag hit.
He has white pants, a black bill. He's got a fat.
So we got Will Atkins back up to the plate after Kessler was caught stealing to end the inning. Second time seeing Murrah today. And he'll send this one in the outfield. And it's down for a hit. Swanson couldn't get there in time. So Will Atkins had some time to think about it. And he's going to start the second inning. First pitch, or the third inning, the first pitch he sees, pokes it out into center field. And that's the leadoff batter on for Jason Stanisiak Jr. Muroff now out of the stretch. And that's a big swing. Slicing foul, looking like my golf swing. Got a case of the rights on that one. Stanisic takes a strike, trying to bunt, but Atkins is going to make it to second base safely with the stolen base. So Atkins stealing his third bag of the year in this young season. And Stanisic will send the ball into the right field. And that's back-to-back hits to start this second inning. So now Luke Wolf. He started game one with a double. Throw back to Stanisic.
And this is where you want to be careful if you're the Pirates. Don't get caught stealing like last inning with Kessler.
And you want to maximize this opportunity. It's another snap throw back to first. Muroff keeping the Pirates honest. And the Pirates will steal some more booty right there. Stanisic takes second base without a throw from Overton. Luke Wolf sends a ball into the outfield. It's far, and that's going to get down at the base of the wall. Swanson couldn't catch it. Only one run's going to score. Third base coach stops Stanisic at third base. And ECU's on the board. Luke Wolf with an RBI double with no outs in the top of the third inning. But something happened, and we're gonna redo that. Did you happen to catch what the umpire called?
I did not.
Yeah, I think everyone got so caught up that. So now Wolf trying to recreate what he just did. Muroff breathes some extra life. That ball is grounded to the third baseman. Gillis makes the throw on over the first. Nice job to keep a run from scoring.
Yeah, unfortunate there for the Pirates. They had the run and then get it taken away.
So the infield single, I think
they ruled him safe.
Yeah,
They're going to talk about it.
A fielder's choice. They, Will Gillis, he decided to save a run. Save a run instead of get the out. And Tate Muroff is gonna have a little visit by his brother Nolan. The old pitching coach and player coach. You know, that's the beauty of club sports. People kind of do everything.
Yeah, brother Nolan, former All-American for this Volunteers team.
So now the bases are juiced for Tyler Mosley. Sends the first pitch he sees to right field. The right fielder couldn't see it. Gonna make the throw in, and that's gonna be, the throw is high. That's gonna be a two-run double there for Tyler Mosley.
So they get the run back and more.
So an opposite field extra base hit from Tyler Mosley ties up the ball game at 2. Now big Richard Warren the fourth looking to add on to this 2-run inning. He sends a pitch deep to left field, and that ball's over the fence. 3-run home run. Richard Warren. The first pitch of the at-bat.
First home run on the season, too, for Warren. The fourth.
First homer of the season. Travels 355 feet. He's 94 miles per hour off the bat, according to my eyes. I don't think we have any sort of stat to check that, so we're going to go with that.
We'll go with it.
So now ECU with all the momentum. 5 spot here in the top of the third.
Six to 2.
6 spot. Yeah, correction. Nice job by our wonderful production crew to keep me in check.
The Pirates now with all the momentum here in this third inning.
Here's Hanson now. He sends a pitch high. Short left field. Hobby Griffin waves off Gillis. And that's going to be an out. So the second out of the inning. A lot of damage has already been done here. They call him Kess, I think. That's what they've been calling him all game, so. He'll take a pitch. ECU batters they're feeling it right now. Last inning, Kess hit a sharp ground ball. Oh, don't hit my car. Okay, we're good. We're good, Ethan.
Yeah, no, it missed mine, missed yours. Did hit someone's bumper. It bounced into their bumper, let's say, so it wasn't. It was slow.
Someone may be going home with a souvenir. We'll have to keep an eye on that later. Good hands by the ump. Foul tip. So now Kessler's working 1-2 in the count. And he'll take a pitch just off the plate. 2-2 now to the right fielder of Sykesville, Maryland. He gets jammed. Max Nathan, is he able to make the play? It's close. But that's going to call the inning. So ECU sends 9 runners to the plate, score 6 runs, and they're up 6-2.
Well, for the first 2 innings, they were, shut out by Tennessee. And then they were like, yeah, we actually got some life on us here in this 3rd inning. And, I mean, it's impressive what the Pirates just did in that inning alone. Not only taking the lead, they're running away with the lead now, Dominic.
Yeah, we're quickly almost halfway through this game, innings-wise. Now Hunter Witten, he's going to get back on the mound. Now he's actually got a lead to work with. So he can play how he wants to.
And that was an important inning, Dom, because for both Tennessee and ECU, they only got 3 runs in 1 inning. And right there, the Pirates got 6. So the numbers right now on the Pirates in the Pirates' favor, and Tennessee's going to need a big inning if they're going to come back from this 4-run deficit now that they find themselves in.
Yeah, Tennessee has shown that they can produce base runners. And this part of the order, 2, 3, 4 for the Vols. It's Cav, Gillis, and Nathan. Cav, he's got over a 400 OBP. So if you're going by the stats, he's going to get on base this at-bat. He did not decide what he wanted from the supermarket and was caught looking last time up at the plate. Now his second time facing Witten. He's going to send a grounder to Mosley. And that's going to be an easy 1 pitch, 1 out.
A nice little toss there. Didn't you have to put a spin on it? Just toss to a teammate and out.
So William Gillis, former player of the week. Big time home run hitter. Big time RBI guy. Big time take right there. So he's a 6'3", 195 junior out of Cumming, Georgia. He's going to send a ball way high, and that's going to be foul. One and one now. There's a swing, and it gets past the outstretched arm of Stanisic at shortstop. So the Vols have a 1-out base runner. Max Nathan last inning. He reached on a fielder's choice. First game he worked 2 walks. Hunter Witten's snap throw back to Gillis. Just keeping him honest over there. Nathan did get an RBI double last game, as he's going to take an off-speed pitch for a strike. Second pitch, big time bender finds the zone. So now Nathan behind in the count. Gillis makes his lead at first. Out of the stretch, Witten. Little errant throw. Catcher couldn't quite corral it. But he did keep it close enough to make sure Gillis would not try and steal a base. There's a pitch sent up the middle. And there's a 6-3 double play. So the twin killing ends the inning. Hunter Witten, you know, after allowing those 2 runs in the first, he's found his rhythm, Ethan.
No, yeah, Witten, he's been locked in, and he's keeping Tennessee. You know, they've only gotten just 2 hits in the game, and that's not going to be enough. You got to get runs first off, but you got to get hits to start out.
Yeah, the hit and run was on for Max Nathan, but it was just great defensive positioning by Stanisic at shortstop. And we've got a pitching change for the Vols. So Tate Muroff's day is done. Now for the Vols, Jacob Iverson. Sounds like he's got a little walkout song going on. Good song too.
A little Dire Straits.
Yeah, money for nothing. You know, that guitar riff, that would get anyone going.
That's one of the best ones.
Yeah, it gets the people going.
Tennessee's got to get something going, Dom. They are down 4 runs. Like you said, halfway through this game, they were able to sneak, you know, last game out at the very end. We'll see if they can mount another comeback.
Yeah, so Tate Muroff started. Now he's out of the game. So the first pitching change of the entire day for the Vols. And we're already 3.5 hours of baseball in. Granted, we didn't have like a 30-minute break. But
It's all right. Plenty of time for baseball.
yeah. So this is Atkins at the plate. Iverson starting off good. Of course, right when I say that, the old announcer's jinx. Spike's won about 53 feet. Supposed to get a 56 feet, so. That's another low pitch.
Yeah, you definitely jinxed him.
So now it's 3-1 to Atkins. And he's going to work a walk. So that's back-to-back innings for Atkins where he gets on base. Last time he got on with a single. Snagged a bag and ended up coming around to score. Jason Stanisic now. Third time at the plate. He's swinging hard. And that's a foul. It's fouled back. So third plate appearance of game 2 for Stanisic. Popped out his first time up. Singled his second. And there he's going to send the ball very deep and very foul. Hit and run was on, and he was trying to earn himself an RBI. He's gonna send another shot foul towards the Tennessee dugout. It was pretty high though, so everyone was safe. Now Jacob Iverson, the Tennessee junior, on the mound for the Vols, 6'4", 180 pounds. He's got some nice cleats. Pretty swaggy, as the kids say. Not a swaggy throw right there, as Atkins is gonna scurry on over to second after the bad snap throw. So now guy in scoring position, nobody out. ECU's leadoff hitter, good opportunity for some offense. And a great pitch by Iverson. Gets his first out of the ball game via the strikeout. I got Riley Jones. It's actually Luke Wolf. Forgot about that number change from game one. So he grounded up last time. Grounded out last time up. Pitch is low and outside. 2-1's the count now. ECU man on third. 1 out here in the top of the fourth.
Yeah, if you're Tennessee, you need to be careful here. You do not want to go down 5 runs.
Yeah, so a big thing being down 4 runs. I know it's a lot, but you know, you potentially, if all the stars align, you could get it back in one swing with a grand slam. But 5 runs, you need multiple innings of sustained offense.
So what you're saying is Iverson really needs a strikeout right now.
Yeah, Luke Wolf just trying to put a ball in play. Add some extra insurance to this 4-run lead. Here's the pitch from Iverson. And a good pitch there is going to send Luke Wolf walking back to the dugout. Mad as he slams his helmet into his knee. Not too happy about that one. So that's another K by Iverson.
His second in this game as that pitch gets away.
Yeah, he just yanked the pitch, and a run is going to score on the wild pitch.
Well, now you are going to need that multiple inning stability if you're Tennessee down 5 runs.
Iverson's going to have to find the zone now. Back-to-back balls thrown. And there's 3. He's just
got the catcher on that one.
Yeah, he's got to settle down. Yep, the bases are empty now, so the pressure's kind of off. You just got to do your job. And that fastball just missed the outside part of the plate. And that's a 4-pitch walk for our number 11.
Our mystery man.
Yep. That's what we call him. So man's on first. Actually, no. It's the old skit. Who's on first?
Mystery man, number 11.
Who's on first? I don't know who's on third. The old Abbott and Costello skit, you know. So here's Iverson. Still can't find the zone. That ball's fouled back. Iverson's still in his first inning of work. Trying to get out of this. He's allowed 1 run. And he throws another ball.
That's now pitch 20 for Iverson.
Yeah, even though the Pirates only have a single run this inning, this is, I mean, when you're making a pitcher throw 20-plus pitches, that's always tough on the old arm. There's ball 3 for this count.
Especially one that's just trying to get re-control this game for your team. Trying to not let it get any more out of hand than it already is, down 5 runs.
And there's going to be back-to-back walks for the Pirates. Tyler Mosley, who had a double last time up. So Iverson's come in and he's thrown 3. He's walked 3 batters, struck out 2. So I guess the Vols putting in this Tennessee junior did not want the Pirates to make any contact, and it seems to be working.
He's only got 1 hit in this inning, but like you said, he's walked 3. He's struck out 2.
So the first batter he walked, Will Atkins. He stole a bag, advanced to third on a ground out, or on a strikeout, and he came around to score on a wild pitch. Jacob Iverson, he's struggling to find the strike zone right now. I feel like it's been a long time since we've seen Iverson throw a strike.
It has.
So that's 1-1 to Mosley. Iverson checks back at second. Here's the pitch. Good pitch.
Getting his mojo back a little bit.
Yeah, you can't really do anything with that pitch as the hitter. As a right-hander, you're looking to extend your arms and push something into the outfield, especially with the guy on second. And there's another spike throw, wild pitch. Both runners will advance. So now there's only the force at first. Strikeout would make it not matter. And that pitch, he thought he had Mosley caught looking, but it's just off the plate. That's a full count. Good chance for an RBI. Runners on second and third. Here's the pitch to Mosley. He swings, hits it up to the shortstop. Griffin makes the catch and throws it on over to Romano for the out. So it's 1 run on no hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. A couple wild pitches and a bunch of pitches.
They get 28 pitches there for Iverson in that 4th inning.
Yeah, you know, after such a long inning, sometimes you got to wonder how the other pitcher is feeling. Hunter Witten, he's been sitting in that dugout for a long time without throwing the ball. So let's see if that's affected his mojo. You know, maybe some of these Tennessee bats do up. Frank Romano, Ben Thurman, Hayden Hodges. The 3 guys, they've, this second game, 1 hit. Frank Romano's been on fire today.
Yeah, they really were the star of the show in the first game. Haven't really seen him too much in this game. But with all the pitching Iverson just did, you know, we haven't seen this side of the Tennessee team in a while.
So we're going to turn it over to the bottom of the 4th. ECU leads 7-2. The 4th inning is where the Vols got on the board last game.
Yeah, scoring 3 runs.
Frank Romano looking to get on base for a 5th time today. Here's the pitch from Witten. And that's ball 1 in the dirt. Romano takes ball 2. Good start to the inning. And there's a sharply hit ground ball to short. And Romano knew he had no chance. Mark it 6-3 on the ground out. Like I said, Ben Thurman, the walk-off winner of Game 1.
Electric in that first game. He really was the game changer. Obviously, he got him the win, but
He had 2 for 3, a double. He had a double in the second. And the game-winning RBI single in the bottom of the 8th. He's working with a 1-1 count. Down a bunch. Sees another pitch in the dirt. Two one. Swings and taps that fastball. Foul behind the plate. Hayden Hodges, the DH, is due next. Thurman hoping to have his buddy get an RBI opportunity. Big time curveball sent into right field. And that one just barely squeaks foul.
that basically sums up how this second game has gone for the Volunteers.
I'm not really too big a fan of those foul balls sent to the right side because, you know, from our vantage point up in here in the booth, I'm like completely crawling out,
Yeah,
looking out of the window.
You have a wall to your right.
Well, we are in a building, so I will have walls pretty much everywhere. Big time curveball in there. Strike one to Hayden Hodges. He struck out last time he was at the plate. Hunter Witten is dealing halfway through this game too. That fastball is fouled back to the netting. And there's back-to-back strikeouts for Witten to end the inning. So the Vols go down in order. Not able to get any offense whatsoever in the past 2 innings. ECU, on the other hand, they know they got the lead, and they're just playing patient offense out there at the plate.
No, that's exactly what they're doing.
Got another pitching change for the Vols. Jacob Iverson was not the answer, unlike Allen Iverson.
And after 28 pitches, they decide to pull Iverson.
So his day is done. Allowed a run. It's pretty wild out there. So the new guy on the mound here for the Vols, Carter Cosenza. Cosenza, that's C-O-S-E-N-Z-A. The sophomore out of Downers Grove, Illinois. Product of Downers Grove North High School.
It's the first time he takes the mound this season.
Making his first
Tennessee.
appearance for the Vols. He's got another good walkout song for him. All right, Ethan, you're my Shazam. Go. Oh, well, it's over, but we all recognize that song. I don't know if you could hear it on the air, but so Richard Warren the fourth. He had that 3-run homer last time up. Really just blew the gates open on this game. Now working with a 5-run lead. Facing Cosenza on the mound. He's going to see 3 straight balls. And the auto take was on as Cosenza sneaks a fastball in there. Cosenza's able to get a breaking ball in there. Now the count's full. And that pitch is high. So Warren keeps the bat glued to his shoulder. And is on base for a second time this game. Cosenza finds the zone to Ronald Harmson. Junior out of Raleigh. He's going to swing and pop it up. He's very vocal about that. And Hobby Griffin's there in shallow left field for the putout. So that's back-to-back innings where Hanson pops out to Hobby Griffin at shortstop. First pitch to Kessler's foul tipped into the catcher's mitt. Oh, 1 now to the right fielder. That pitch is low. You know, Ethan, Warren on the base paths, he's not going to be looking to steal.
No, he'll probably just sit tight, especially with the lead that they have.
Hey, you don't want to get too greedy and somehow give away this huge lead. There's a strike down the middle.
Well, we've seen an inning change the game, right? The third inning, the Pirates get 6 runs. Basically, you could say seal the game right there. We don't know yet, but it's not over for Tennessee, but they do have to get some momentum going quickly.
Yeah, the bats are going to have to get going. So ECU as there's a strikeout there by Cosenza. He got Kessler with the high heat. Adds Will Atkins to the plate. But ECU, they've lost back-to-back games. Last week they dropped their first one of the season. It's NC State.
Yeah, they were looking for the sweep, didn't get it, and didn't get the first game against Tennessee here, but they're on their way to potentially getting the second game.
Cosenza gets out of the inning without allowing a hit. Does walk the leadoff man. But that's no runs, no hits, 1 man left for ECU.
14 pitches there for Cosenza in that inning, so half of what Iverson did in the third.
Yeah, so they'll probably, I would guess that they're going to stick with them for the rest of this game. Because you don't want to take out your DH Hodges and switch him with Hobby Griffin. Griffin, he's a two-way guy. He pitched 1 inning last week, had 1 hit, and no runs, or 1 run. It was not earned though. So Witten's staying on the mound. ECU does have someone standing in the bullpen. Not moving, just getting a new perspective on life, watching the game from the side.
It's a good spot.
Yeah, I mean, there's no protection over there, so you got to keep your head on a swivel.
You always got to do that.
Well, I mean, you know, when you have this nice big protective net in front of you, you don't really have to. You can just sit on your phone. Like I see that one guy, he's got 2 pairs of sunglasses on, and pretty good spot.
Hey, how about the crowd, right?
Yeah, we got. Here, let's count them out.
We got a dog down there.
What's the dog doing? So we got 52 fans in attendance. Oh, 53. 1 more came into view.
Is that including the canine?
And a dog. So Hunter Witten's got 4 strikeouts through 4. That's pretty good. And speaking of K9, coming into this game, his K's pretty good. It's 3. So he's striking out more batters than he's used to. And there's a foul ball towards the bullpen. And that one is going to bounce over the
Fence.
both fences.
Got a double on the fence right there.
So this is Jacob Overton. We saw him come into the game, or start this game, at catcher. He's going to foul another one off. It's time to Nolan Murath. Third base coaching on offense, and he's the pitching coach on defense.
He does have 2 RBIs this season as well, so keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, and Overton last time up, he doubled. So he's definitely got some pop along with his RBI prowess. Overton asks for time. And he sends a pitch deep to left field. It's long, and it's over the fence.
Leaving the park. Overton.
Jacob Overton over the wall. First run since the first inning. Second extra base knock of the day. Gets a big ovation from his teammates. And Hobby Griffin, he put one over the fence in game 1. And that was in the 5th inning, so Vols in the 5th inning, back-to-back games, the leadoff guy homers.
Yeah, and that's Witten's first home run given up on the season. Could be the spark that this Tennessee team needed to get back in this game.
So now the Vols are going to nibble into that deficit. Now only down 7-3. Hobby Griffin's going to send one into the outfield. And that's back-to-back hits for the Vols. Hobby Griffin getting on base. And ECU's going to talk it out on the mound.
Just the 6th hit of the game, too, for Tennessee, as the Pirates had them pretty much locked out, you know, for most of this game. But Tennessee coming to life here.
So now, one on, run already in this inning. Tennessee leadoff man Eric Swanson back up to the plate. He flew out to center last time up. First batter of the game for the Vols, he walked and then stole a bag and came along to score. He's going to take a ball. So Vols sensing something on offense. Hobby Griffin is checked back at first. Witten trying to stop the bleeding before it gets too bad. Swanson does a little dance up there at the plate after he sees another ball. Another snap throw. Hobby Griffin's back quickly, though. So Witten worried about the runner. And there's another ball. So that's 3-0. Good plate discipline by the Vols. Third base coach just telling Griffin over at first to not even think about leading off too far. And Swanson's going to poke this one into right field, and both runners are going.
He's safe.
They missed the tag. That was number 11, Mystery Man. I don't know who's on third base. And Hobby Griffin just sneaks under the tag. So Eric Swanson gets on with a single up through the infield.
Yeah, Griffin had the earlier home run in the first game. Right there, another big play, sliding to third. Trying to get another run here for Tennessee.
And this pitch is in the dirt.
Oh, he thought about it.
Good job there by the Pirates catcher to keep that ball in front of him, prevent that from being a wild pitch. So now runners at second and third. Infield is playing end for Cav. Here's the pitch. That's high and outside. The reliever in the Pirates bullpen is ready for one that they're going to call on him eventually. And there's a pitch. The throw is offline, and that's going to be a fielder's choice. But it is a run scored for Hobby Griffin.
Second of the inning, too, for Tennessee. Big bounce back here in this fifth inning.
And I think now we're going to get the pitching change that we were expecting.
Yeah,
Giving up 2 runs. Now he's got 2 base runners.
Yeah, that was Witten's 18th pitch of this inning. And he was getting really close to going over 50 there. They didn't really need him a whole lot in the first couple innings, but right there, Tennessee kept him out there on the mound for longer than he was used to, and Tennessee able to take advantage of it.
So now the ECU Pirates bringing in number 21. So Witten gets a nice ovation from the ECU faithful.
Cameron Lawson coming in from Camden, Delaware, the senior.
No, junior. Yeah.
Junior.
You got it right. Believe in yourself, Ethan.
Yeah, he's got an ERA of 1.8. He's only allowed 5 hits this season. And he hasn't given up any home runs, so might be just the guy they need out there on the mound.
So the Pirates turn into the junior, the Delawarean. Is that what they call people from Delaware? Delawareans?
We'll go with it. Believe in yourself.
Okay.
That was a big inning right there, Dom, for Tennessee, right? You make a 5-run deficit, now just a 3-run deficit. You still got 2 innings to go.
So Lawson's inheriting 2 base runners. If they do come around to score, those runs will be tagged to the Pirates starter, Hunter Witten. Witten trying to kind of save his stats with a new pitcher out on the mound. Will Gillis. Huge opportunity here
This guy's a playmaker.
for the Vols. Yeah, known for making plays. He got plunked in the first. He worked a walk. As the Pirates are going to let Caballero easily steal second base.
Tennessee's already had one man get stranded in this game. They really can't afford this one right here.
Big leg kick, and there's strike 2. So the corners are playing in, preventing a bunt. Will Gillis not known for his bunting. He's a guy that likes to drive the ball into the outfield. And there's a pitch in the dirt. Lawson 6'3", 190 on the mound. Got that big leg kick. And he catches Gillis looking. Gillis just did not know what he was looking for. Max Nathan now. He's going to take a pitch low. So Lawson's got the first out of the inning after coming in relief. He's going to deliver another strike. He's definitely commanding the plate a lot better than Witten was this inning, even though Witten started out good. He swings and pops one up. Center field. Harmson's able to make the catch, running all the way from deep center. Now Frank Romano. Two RBIs in the first. Looks like he's going to get another 2 right here. That ball's over the center fielder. And that's a stand-up 2-run double. Frank Romano. 4 RBIs of this game, too, on his second base knock.
Tennessee's right back in this now.
Yeah, Tennessee trailing 6-7, looking to add to this big inning. Ben Thurman at the plate now. So hitters 5 and 6 in this Tennessee lineup today. They've been effective, Ethan. Thurman, game 1, walked it off. Frank Romano all day has been incredible. And Romano will easily steal third as there's a pass ball by the Pirates catcher.
Yeah, they're bringing the tying run into position now.
And Ben Thurman will work a walk. So now Hayden Hodges, the last guy to see the plate in this lineup this inning. So it's the 9th batter for the Vols. He struck out twice this game. Looking to avoid the golden sombrero. Here's the pitch. Swinging through a fastball for strike one. Here's a snap throw back to first. Tennessee dugout claiming it's a waste of their time to just throw it back like that. It's another good pitch out of the strike zone. Gets Hodges swinging. Now down 0-2 in the count. Hodges takes a pitch, and Thurman's going to steal second. So bottom of the 5th, Tennessee's put 4 runners in through home plate to score this inning to bring the deficit to only 1. And there's a great take there by Hodges. Working the count even, 2-2. 2 guys on. Swanson trying to get out of this. And he does.
Big for the Pirates right there, man. That's exactly what they needed, bringing in Lawson. And I think just fatigue finally caught up to Witten there. Like we said, he was nearing the 50 pitch count. And Tennessee was starting to take advantage of that fatigue.
So in the inning, it's 4 runs on 4 hits and 2 guys left on.
I mean, if you're Tennessee, you didn't get the 6-run inning that, you know, the Pirates had in the 3rd inning, but you got 4 runs. You made it a 1-run game. You're right back in this, Dom. That's what Tennessee needed in this moment.
Vols are going to send Cosenza back out on the mound.
Yeah, and he only had 14 pitches in that inning he came in for. Both of these teams proving why, you know, they're top 6 in the NCBA Division I rankings.
Yeah, and in a different poll, the NCBA now Super Poll, Vols slated at number 2.
Pirates slated at number 4.
ECU still number 4. But either way, we got an elite club baseball matchup. Once again, we're in game 2 of today's doubleheader. Tennessee walked it off in the bottom of the 7th of game 1. Stanisic takes a ball outside the zone. Top of the 6th here. ECU leads 7 to Tennessee 6. Only scored runs in 2 innings this game. So far, Stanisic, he's worked a single, a strikeout, and a pop-out. And he's had 2 out in the count. So after the big inning by the Vols with some crooked numbers, ECU answering. That was actually ball 4. So Stanisic will start the top of the 6th with a walk. And you know, Ethan, Cosenza, last inning we saw him walk the leadoff guy in 4 pitches.
Little collision right there at second base. It's going to get ruled safe.
Yeah, the throw there from Overton was a little errant, and Hobby Griffin making a acrobatic play, trying to catch Stanisic out. But it will go down as a stolen base. And there's the ball hit deep to right field. And that's off the base of the wall. Cavaniero, big throw into Griffin, and the runner will hold at third. That's back-to-back base runners for the Pirates. Cosenza.
Looks like his day might be done here after that hit.
Yeah, he threw his last hit, his last pitch there. Let's see who's coming in. It looks like Hobby Griffin. No warm-up for him. No warming up in the pen.
Yeah, Hobby's only been in here for 1 inning this season. He's got 1 hit and 1 run. We'll see what he's got.
Yeah, the sophomore out of Waverly, Tennessee. Big-time athlete, as we mentioned earlier. Two-way player, as we see a lot of guys in club baseball. And then Ben Thurman, he's we saw him catch game 1 in the first inning of this game. Now he's coming in at shortstop. Or they might put him at second base and move Nathan over to short. So just like what we saw with Lawson on the Pirates side, Griffin's gonna inherit 2 base runners on second and third.
This is a pivotal point in this game, Dom. If you let up a run right here, you may not be able to get that run back later on. But Griffin getting ready to throw his first pitch here as he's finishing warming up. He'll be the 4th different pitcher in this game for Tennessee. In the first game, they only had 1, right? And Gregory. And the Pirates only had 3 in that first game.
And it looks like Griffin's going to get a little pit stop. Change his shoes out. You know, moving on over from the dirt to the turf. Skin his turf cleats out. Actually,
I'd say it was pretty fast.
I don't know if those are cleats.
You got a final verdict?
I mean, there's no spikes on them. first batter he's going to face is number 11. Griffin just backing him up. Nobody out here in the top of the sixth. Runners in second and third. Griffin's second pitch on the way. And that pitch is fouled back over us. That pitch misses just inside. Good take there by number 11.
See, the crowd is remaining eager to see how this one goes.
Yeah, you can kind of feel the tension in the air at Polson Field, Bob Polson Field.
Here at Halls.
Near the Halls baseball grounds.
I like it.
Now it's 2-2 for Griffin. And that pitch is fouled off. So number 11 is going to see another one. And that pitch is sent to the second baseman, Ben Thurman.
Got away from him there for just a second, but he had just enough time to pick it up, throw it, get the out.
So number 11 does his job. Brings in a guy. He's talking to Braden Collins. Cleanup hitter for the Pirates. Out of Goldsboro, North Carolina. Runners on third. This ball is skied into short center field. Swanson's under it. And he makes the catch.
Lost his hat.
Nice job to check the runner at third. So that last run will be tagged on Cosenza as an earned run for him. Bobby Griffin's got 2 outs here in the top of the sixth for Tyler Mosley. That pitch misses inside. Mosley last time up grounded it to Hobby Griffin when he was playing short. He's worked himself ahead 2-0 in the count. Griffin finds the strike zone. 2-1, great pitch there. Small lead for Wolf at third. Griffin's pitch finds the bat of Mosley. Swanson in center is able to make the catch, though. So Hobby Griffin works out of the jam, only letting 1 run through. To keep the Tennessee deficit at 6-8.
I would say mission accomplished, wouldn't you, right? You only let him get 1 run. There was an opportunity for more runs scored there, and you hold him to 1 run.
Well, yeah, with 2 runners in scoring position with nobody out, anything less than 2 runs is a pretty solid day's work. And Hobby Griffin does pretty good getting 1 run I mean, yeah, you'd love to not give up that run, but
Tennessee's going to have some, you speak of work, Tennessee's going to have some work coming up here.
so it's going to be Jacob Overton. He led off last inning with a home run. Started a big 4-run inning in the bottom of the 5th for the Vols. So I guess we'll see if Lawson's gonna try and work around Overton. So it's Overton, Griffin, Swanson due up in the bottom of the 6th. Overton steps into the batter's box.
He's going to look to repeat what he just did a few moments ago. Well, that felt like forever ago now, but
first pitch of the inning is outside, for a strike. Jacob Overton's sport goggles helping him out there with the eye. Not helping him out there. Swings at a ball outside of the zone.
you got to quit jinxing these guys, man.
Always on me, Ethan. Always keeping me in check. Overton keeps the bat on his shoulders, and that's 1-2. Lawson look for a second strikeout. Overton's able to foul it off. So down to bottom of the 6th. Overton's just trying to let his on-deck guy do some work with Hobby Griffin. So he's going to stay alive on a pitch low in the zone.
That's pitch 26 for number 21.
Overton looks at a ball almost in the dirt. 2-2 now to the Tennessee catcher. And Overton swings through strike 3. That's going to be a swinging strikeout to start the bottom of the 6th.
That's strikeout number 2 for Lawson. Doing exactly what this Pirates team needs him to do right now on the mound.
Griffin takes the ball outside. Last inning, he got on via single and went in to score. As that pitch
That was an ugly pitch.
Doesn't even make it to the turf. 2-0 to Griffin. Griffin had that solo shot in the 5th inning of game 1. And there's another pitch in the dirt.
Neither team looks too eager right now. Like you said, there's that tension in the air.
And Griffin thought he had the walk. He had the red light on the swing. Had no intention of swinging at that. And he thought he had another walk. And
Not so fast.
Lawson says not so fast, my friend. And he's worked back to a full count.
He gets it that time.
That pitch barely misses.
Well, here he is, Eric Swanson, talking about him all game.
Swanson last inning, he singled and came around to score. So after the Griffin one-out walk, the Vols have the tying run at the plate with their leadoff guy. Swanson hitting .316 on the season now. Looks at a pitch inside and high. Looking to increase on that average. He's got a great on-base percentage. Good chance for the Vols at the top of the order. And there's going to be another ball. Pitch by Lawson. Blows the doors off of Swanson.
That was pitch 35 for Lawson. He's now the second highest pitcher in this game for the Pirates. I guess there's only been 2 pitchers.
Yeah, I was about to say. It would make sense. And Swanson sees ball and hits ball. That's a single. Back-to-back singles for him. And the ball's now at the tying run at first base for Christian Cavallero, a senior out of Franklin Lakes, New Jersey. Looks like we have a dugout warning.
That's when you know things are getting exciting, is when the dugouts start getting warned.
Yeah, there was a little confusion about where you can stand and sit. Umpires telling everybody to just stay in the dugout. Lawson finds the zone for strike one. Cavallero, he's the go-ahead run at the plate. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. That's a ball nicely blocked by the catcher. Lawson's pitch. Fouled back in the netting by Cavallero. One ball, 2 strikes to the Tennessee senior. Here's the payoff pitch. That one's low. 2-2 now, 2 on, 1 out, bottom of the 6th. Lawson could use a strikeout. And that ball is jammed foul.
Over one fence, not both.
Over into the ECU bullpen. Cavallero staying alive in the count. Looking for some RBIs. That one almost hits him. He's got to back away from it. Full count now. A lot of pressure at this at-bat. Lawson's pitch hit sharply right. And it's foul.
And that last pitch helped Lawson pass Witten's pitch for this game, 43-42.
After the foul, we'll see the 3-2 once more. There's more contact shortly to the second baseman. And that's going to be a ground out mostly to Warren.
Griffin thought about maybe trying to run home, but decided against it. Not worth the risk right now. Such a crucial point of the game.
So runners still at second and third. Or runners now at second and third. After that ground out did advance the runners. Will Gillis was caught looking last inning as he looks at a strike at the letters. He got hit in the first inning, worked a single in the second. That was fourth plate appearance of the day. Two for 5 on the day. Been on base 4 times. Looks at another pitch high. You know, right here, Ethan, it wouldn't be too bad to walk Gillis.
No, it wouldn't.
He's very dangerous. We mentioned it in game 1, but you know, the conference leader in RBIs and homers. So there's a lot of pop in that bat as he took strike 1. So now it's 2-1.
I mean, at this point, any massive hit in the game,
3-1 actually.
Tennessee will have the lead with where the runners are on
work
base.
the walk.
So there really was no risk there.
And will that be the day for Lawson? The Pirates didn't have anyone going in the bullpen.
He's up to 44 pitches on the day.
They will take him out. And who will replace him? I guess we'll find out in a minute.
Well, this is the game we were hoping for, right? Especially after the crazy first game ending. This game, you know, started out really in the Pirates' favor right away. Tennessee was kind of stuck, couldn't do anything. But now both of these teams are here. We're getting ready almost in the final inning. And both these teams, either one of them have a shot, a realistic shot. Both of them are proving it.
Yeah, Tennessee in this 6th inning has juiced the bases. There's 2 outs. Big pressure moment. This is what you grow up thinking about. Bases loaded, you're down 2 outs. Chance to put your team in a winning position. And it looks like ECU is going to Will Atkins. The 2-way player is now on the mound for the Pirates.
Atkins, another one who's only done 1 inning for the Pirates, so bringing in a fresh face, fresh arm, you could say as well.
Yeah, he's been out there in the field all day. Now he's in his 2nd inning of work on the season. Hasn't a lot of hit, hasn't a lot of run, hasn't a lot of a walk. He has struck someone out though. He'll see Max Nathan. Max Nathan on the day, or in the second game, 0 for 3, and he's also grounded into a double play, so some would say he's due. He did work 2 walks and had an RBI double in the first game. He scored the winning run just about 2.5 hours ago.
Yeah, that first game felt really fast-paced. This one's been more slower, more technical. Every at-bat counts.
Atkins' first pitch is low. As you know, you said every at-bat counts. This one could count the most. Max Nathan looks at another pitch in the dirt. Atkins working around the Tennessee cleanup guy. But, you know, I would not want to walk this guy and put Frank Romano at the plate. There's 4 RBIs this game.
No, he's deadly.
And there's a strikeout, or a strike.
That was a sketchy moment there for the catcher.
Yeah, the Pirates catcher could not reel it in. And looked like Griffin had a...
Griffin wanted to go.
Yeah, he wanted to jump at it. But, you know, down to, you have to preserve your base runners as opposed to trying to sneak one in a sketchy situation. So here's Atkins. Finds the strike zone again. Cold strike in the outside corner. 2-2 now. 2 outs, bases loaded. Max Nathan, big opportunity. And he works the count full. Inside. So 3-2. Everyone's on the edge of their seat. Not literally, but figuratively.
Yeah, some of them are.
The pitch is a strikeout on a pitch that was in the dirt. So Will Atkins gets out of the inning, allowing nothing. So after the dodgy bottom of the 6th, Tennessee no runs on 1 hit and 3 guys left on.
Yeah, if you're Tennessee, that is the worst thing that could have happened. And if you're, you know, East Carolina, that's the best thing that could have happened.
Yeah, you put Will Atkins in there to get you a big strikeout.
Only 6 pitches, too.
Only 6 pitches thrown for him, so he did it quickly. Facing 1 batter. Now, Javi Griffin's going to have to hold this Pirates offense, who added a run of insurance last inning. Top of the 7th. This is crunch time. You got Richard Warren the 4th, Ronald Harmson, and Blake Kessler due up for the Pirates in the top of the 7th.
We talk about pitch counts. You know, Griffin's only had 13 pitches in that previous inning, so where that fresh arm came in and helped Atkins and the Pirates, the same thing could help Tennessee here. They just have to make sure they keep the damage to a minimum. Really, no damage at all would be perfect.
Yeah, down to you really can't afford to
Give up anything right
allow
here.
anything, yeah. especially when you just stranded the bases loaded.
Well, Dom, in that first game, the 7th inning was the moment where this game was decided, obviously because it's the last inning, but also where we had that walk-off RBI. So this is the inning to watch out for. Tennessee down 2 runs. Let's see what they got here. And can the Pirates hang on?
Hobby Griffin staying out on the mound. Whoa. That pitch got away from him. The throwback also got away from him.
Could be a little nerves.
It's going to be Griffin's longest appearance of the season. Last week he only worked 1 inning. And now into his 2nd inning. Finds a strike zone for 1-1. Richard Warren, he had that 3-run homer back in the 2nd inning or in the 3rd inning, excuse me, to really blow this game open. And then he worked a 4-pitch walk later in the 4th. This pitch is set in the right field. Cavanier was there to make the stop, make the grab.
Well, 1 down, 2 to go.
Yeah, Griffin needs to get these last two batters out to give his offense a chance. Ronald Hanson to the plate. He takes a cold strike 1. Good pitch there, had him fooled. He popped out to Hobby last time. And there he's going to send another pitch out to Cavaniero, and he's there for out number 2.
Griffin making quick work of these Pirate batters.
Blake Kessler back into the game. 4th time up in this game, too.
Kessler's been known to steal in this game, especially.
Griffin doesn't even want to give him an opportunity to steal. He wants to get him out right here. So Kessler, the lefty, working against the righty. Hobby Griffin on the mound. One and 1. Griffin's pitch is hit sharply in the center, but it's right at Eric Swanson.
So Atkins only needed 6 pitches in that last inning, and for Griffin, he only needed 9.
Yeah. And that's going to send it to the bottom of the 7th. This is where money is made. ECU 2-run lead. Frank Romano's been hot all day. He's going to need to stay hot to keep his Volunteers in it. So it's going to be Romano, Ben Thurman, and Hayden Hodges due up. So the first baseman, the second baseman, and the DH. Will Atkins staying on the mound for the Pirates. Looking to slam the door and earn himself a save.
Atkins was the guy they needed in the last inning. Let's see if he's going to be the guy in this inning to bring home the Pirates the win and end this losing streak that they're on. 2 games now after such a strong, dominating start.
So Frank Romano coming into this series batted 364 with a 500 on base percentage. Those numbers are going to skyrocket. After he went 3 for 4 in game 1, 2 for 3 here in game 2. So 6 for 8, do some simple math, and that's 750 on the day.
Yep.
His 4 RBIs today. Well, more than, or his 5 RBIs will more than double his RBI total of the season. This is the guy you want at the plate, especially with the righty on the mound. You get the left-handed hitter trying to do some damage.
I think this is also the guy you want on the mound if you're East Carolina, right? He did his job in the last inning. Let's see if he can do it again and close this one out.
So it's best on best for both teams as Romano swings the first pitch he sees. And Romano made that play a lot closer than it should have been.
Another slow motion type play right there.
1 pitch, 1 out for Will Atkins here in bottom of the 7th.
Up to 2 on the day, strikeouts that is.
That was not a strikeout.
Yeah, you're right.
There's a strike in the zone right there by Atkins. Ben Thurman walked and stole a base last time up. As he sends a chopper foul to the third baseman. I don't know who's on third. A mystery man.
Mystery man number 11.
Ben Thurman gets caught looking. Does not agree with the call.
Now that's his second strikeout.
That's his second strikeout. And kind of as expected, pinch hitting. Hayden Hodges out of the game. And Anthony Mengine, he started the first game. Now he's back in looking to get on base. As he takes strike 1, Will Atkins is feeling it.
Got ice in his veins.
Mengine foul tips the second pitch. And now the balls are down to their last strike. Mengine was 0 for 2 in game 1.
It's now or never.
And that pitch hits him. So Mengine does his job. The tying run at the plate now with Jacob Overton. He's got that home run in the game. You got to think he's looking to do a lot of damage to tie this ball game up. Takes strike 1. And a throw back to first. It's not even close. And Mengine's safe. Mengine can't get caught stealing. And that was a quick snap throw. Back to first. Atkins. Strike 2. So Vols once again down to their last strike. Jacob Overton needing to be the hero. And he swings through it, and that's the ball game. So Will Atkins slams the door.
That's putting it mildly.
Slams the door on this one mildly. And that's going to do it here in Game 2. Final score, ECU 8, Tennessee 6. And Ethan, where was this game made?
I think it was made in the first inning, right? When Tennessee couldn't really do any, or excuse me, in the second inning when Tennessee couldn't do anything after getting the 2 runs in the first inning. And then obviously the third inning, the 6 runs in that inning, that alone was the moment for East Carolina. Tennessee came back in the 5th inning scoring 4 runs of their own, but it wasn't enough. They fall 2 runs. And finally, back in the win column is the Pirates.
Yeah, Tennessee and ECU splitting the weekend series. I bet they wish that they played 3 after their doubleheader slated yesterday was called off. You know, a lot to look forward to for these 2 promising club baseball teams.
Yeah, and even though this is Tennessee's, first loss of the season, still a great game today, right? The comeback win in the first game. Both these teams are going to be teams to watch out for, when we get to the tournaments. And, I'm sure these teams are going to stay in the top 10 in the rankings for the next few weeks.
Yeah, looking ahead, Tennessee looking to bounce back to the 3-game series at Georgia Southern. And East Carolina on the other side, they're staying on the road, heading over to Chapel Hill to take on the Tar Heels of North Carolina. So a great game, great day of baseball, beautiful weather. Tennessee takes game 1. East Carolina evens it up, takes game 2. And that'll do it from Bob Polson Field at the Halls Baseball Complex, we'll call it. It was a fun day. Hate that it's got to go, but I'm Dominic Spezia, alongside me, Ethan Price. This is a great game, and that was the Tennessee Club Sports Network.